the party happened, there was a lot of people, and there was one particular person, or maybe more, two people, that had a story that kind of stuck to me. It seemed like very similar to mine, like weirdly similar to mine, and I kind of wanted to talk to them. Rats and Pinku. I don't know if they both will be where I'm just gonna go to their house. I'm pretty sure if I follow this path I should get to Big Tree. Hello?
Oh, hi.
Hi. Hi. Your backstory seems like very similar to mine, and I just couldn't like stop thinking about it, so I just kind of wanted to talk, if that's fine with you.
Oh, so you want me to talk more a bit about where Rats and I came from?
Yeah, if you want to share, of course.
Yeah, I have no qualms with sharing. It's just a little... It's gonna be a rough story, so I hope you and your bucket are going to be ready for the long haul. I guess you want to know more about my world?
Yeah, if you want to share.
Well, the way that my world worked was that there was these big and powerful walls. It was crazy. Even though I'm a bird and can fly, I could never fly above those walls.
That sounds terrifying.
It was literally being caged in a creation made by people that were just incredibly rich.
Oh, I know something about that.
There's 3 walls, right? There's the outer walls, the inner walls, and the dot. The outer walls is where I used to live. I grew up on the outer walls. I was raised there. Not by my own parents. I was kind of stranded at birth, but some awesome lady picked me up. I called her Patch because she wore an eye patch and she was really cool. But since the outer walls was kind of treated like shit from all the higher class, sickness was inevitable and Patch ended up passing away from illness.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
So from about the age of like 12 or 13, I was living on my own in the outer walls, fending for myself, stealing bread, anything to eat and survive, and I saw what the outer walls looked like, and it just was awful. It was disgusting, the amount of just trash and poverty filled the streets. I knew something had to change. So I started a revolutionary group to go up against the government. We had a president who ruled over our world with an iron fist. He was the worst guy ever. I hate him so much. So every year, the dot, that's where the president lived and his lackey of politicians, every year on the full moon, they would host a big party. A party that was for the rich and the famous to come and party to their heart's content and rub it into the outer walls' faces. So, me and my revolutionary group made a plan. I snuck in with the intent to take over, to kill the president and take over with a new form of government. And that's where I met Rats. He was a server at the party. He still has his little outfit that he wore. But he accidentally got tripped over, spilled very expensive wine all over the place, broke a glass, which is high treason in the eyes of all these rich and famous people. So he was going to be immediately executed in front of everybody.
Oh.
So I did what I thought was right. And I picked him up, and just flew out of a window. I shattered the glass. I still remember the sound, the screams. It was very scary. But while I was flying down, a guard, one of the president's guards, shot me in the arm, and I ended up falling into a portal to here.
Oh. I'm sorry all of that happened to you. I hope it's okay now.
Yeah. The only thing I'm kind of worried about is that I do want to go back. I've left a whole battalion of revolutionists behind. Like, they have no leader now. What if they got found out? They'd be sent to execution.
Yeah, well,
and it'd kind of be my fault.
Also want to go back for kind of similar reasons even.
Really now?
Yeah, well, I guess I'll start at the beginning so that it all makes sense. Everything started when I was like a kid. I wasn't born into the world that it became later. This guy kind of took over the position of power, and he wanted to be called the king, but nobody really wanted to call him that, so everyone who was against him just called him the prime minister. Basically really similar to your story, except the walls. There was a group of rich people who got to party, and then there was the rest who lived in dirt and trash, basically. There was a group of
Revolutionist?
Yes, exactly, I'm sorry.
It's okay, I got you.
My parents were a part of that group. I lived with both my parents. They were a part of that group, but they weren't like active in it since they had me and they couldn't risk their life. So they were just supporting from the side, giving supplies and stuff like that. And one day, arresting active revolutionists was not enough, so they started arresting not active ones as well, obviously going without their families and taking everything their own, you know. I got to escape, so my parents got arrested, and for 2 years basically I lived alone in a hole in the ground, and I didn't really have contact to any of the other people who were against the government, but I knew that my parents did. But again, they were in like a prison that was practically inescapable. I also had a friend, but she also got arrested, I think. One day I just never saw her. I hope that she got arrested and not something else. I was going to break into the prison to talk to my parents so that I could meet the group of the left revolutionists and join them. But that day never came, because basically what I was going to do is take some money from the prime minister's house so that I could get supplies to break in to the prison. But basically there was this huge festival happening. Obviously people like me were not invited, especially when I was, you know, police looking for me and stuff like that. But it was, you know, for the rich people, huge party and stuff like that. Huge festival, not party. Oh, you know. And the prime minister was going to be there giving a speech. So it was basically perfect timing for me to break in and take what I needed. So I did, but I did not consider that there would be an alarm in his house. So I did, on accident, triggered it. And I was trying to escape, and there was like this portal in his house. It was like, you know, there was written "Do not enter," but you know, I was a bit not the moment for me to care about what to enter and what to not. So I did enter it, and I ended up here. And I want to go back because I need to save so many people. I promised myself that I would get them out, and now I'm here. So yeah, that's...
I never thought I'd meet somebody that was so alike to me. Alignment in ideas and their livelihood. Both you and I have so many lives on our shoulders.
That's exactly what I wanted to talk to you. I mean, well, not exactly, but after I heard your story, I thought that maybe there's more.
Yeah.
How long have you been here in this ward?
I wish I could give you an exact number, but even I have forgotten the days that I've been here. And each passing day, the people that once relied on me, their faces get even more and more vague. I've named most of my pets after them in Big Tree because I don't want to forget their names.
Oh, I have a pet named after one of my friends from my past ward as well.
You know what? I like you, kid. You remind me of one of the revolutionists I had back home.
I enjoy being with you as well. I hope we can find a way to go back together. Well, not together because we're from different worlds.
Well, yeah,
You know,
find a way
you
back
know.
to our own worlds.
Yeah.
Yeah, I understand. But yeah. I don't know what would have happened if there would be a government that started up. Because once power is made, then they'll gain economy, and economy just leads to pain and suffering for others.
Yeah, I hope that for once this world is going to be calm and I'll finally be able to rest until I have to go back.
Helson, do you want to promise me something?
Sure. What is it?
If a government were to ever take place, will you help me take it down?
I will.
Let's shake on it. Okay. 1, 2, 3.
Oh.
Okay.
Well, that was
It
a
is
strong
sealed.
shake. Yeah.
Just know I keep my promises, and I hope you keep yours.
I do. Don't worry.
Okay. Well, I got a bunch of animals to take care of. If you ever need anything, Big Tree is open to you. I'm sure rats would love to have another feline friend around.
Yeah, it was nice talking and getting to know you a bit better.
Yeah. All right. I'll see you later.
Yeah. Bye. That was nice. I was not expecting this many similarities, even more than I heard before. But that's a good thing. I don't know how many people I can trust. I trust Pinku and I trust Willow. Those are the two people I know I can trust. Hopefully there is not going to be a government. I don't think I could deal with that. As you may know, my videos are made out of my LOL streams, just condensed into a form of a video, right? Okay, so the video we're watching right now is made out of 2 different LOL streams, and you just watched the first one, and you're about to watch the second one, but in between those 2 LOL streams there was some lore that happened, and I feel like I owe you an explanation so that you're not very confused about with like what you're about to watch. So, my character met this new person called Rexman. Rexman is a Florian, a tree person, who was not always one. They used to be human, but then he became a tree person because of a curse. Another thing, Willow showed us a trading hall that they made and called it a government. That's why we're gonna have to talk to Pinku. Now, have fun watching. We need to meet Pinku Venom today to talk about government, because Willow is trying to start a government and we're not a big fan of that. So we need to talk to Pinku Venom about that, and Pinku gave us a communicator, so thanks to that we can like talk to each other when we're not close to each other. Like for example, I can message Pinku, hey, we need to talk, meet you at Big Tree. And now she should get the message. Okay, so I'm just gonna probably head to Big Tree. I think I have everything. I should probably grab more food though. I should probably also tell at some point someone about Rexman, because I'm the only one who knows about them as of right now. And they've been on here for quite a while. I mean, the next time I meet them, and I don't know, maybe I'll bring them somewhere with me. I hope that Rexman also isn't like a pro-government kind of person, because that'd be... Oh. What's this? Is that Rexman? Hello?
So good. Simply awesome.
Hello?
Hello?
Oh, hello!
Hi.
I didn't know you were making a puff.
Oh, yeah.
How are you?
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Oh, yeah.
Very hard to get to my house, so I...
Yeah, a bunch of trees. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, yeah. How are you doing?
I'm well. I'm trying to survive in the night. But
Oh,
good.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm chilling.
I see you get some
fixed up my
armor.
house a bit. Yeah, I did get some armor.
Nice,
so I
nice.
don't die immediately. But yeah. How are you?
I'm just going to meet a friend right now to talk about some important stuff. But okay, yeah, no, that makes sense. That I will ask you something. Okay, so governments, you know, the big people who rule and like stuff like that. How do you feel about them? Like, are you positive about them? Negative? What's...
Well, I've never like been in a government. Like I read about governments, and like, I mean, in my world, I don't know no town I knew about like had a government. It was mostly like just trade and equality. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. I've never seen actually a government. I've read about them. I know what it is. You know, like.
Okay, well.
Why do you ask?
Okay, so in my ward, the ward that I came from, watch out, there's a man trying to kill you. He's from the government.
My ears aren't working.
Anyways, there was like a huge government, and they were like very bad people, causing a lot of damage, and me and the friend that I'm going to meet, Pinku, I think I told you about her.
Yeah, I remember Pinku was one of the people.
Yeah. We're just making sure that nothing bad is gonna happen in this world, and that there's not going to be any evil governments and stuff like that, and I'm just going to meet her. And maybe, I mean, if you don't have an opinion, maybe, you know. Okay. Do you trust me?
I do trust you. You welcomed me. You've had me in your house. Like, well, yeah, I do trust you.
Okay. Would you like to meet Pinku?
Well, yeah.
Okay.
I haven't anyone else besides you, so yeah, sure.
Yeah, I was just talking about like how I think you should meet people at some point, and this is kind of perfect that I met you. So yeah, Pinku lives in that big tree that I showed you, so we can. Yeah, that's where I'm supposed to meet her. So that's where we're gonna go. Oh.
Hello?
Hello.
Hi. Oh, wow.
Okay.
Hi.
Hi, Pinku. So,
What's happening?
yeah. So this is Rexman. Rexman. This is Pinku.
Pleasure to
hello.
meet you.
I guess you're new? Oh,
Yeah. So, so I met Rexman a while back, and they've been living with me for a while. Then they moved out, and I was just going to meet you, and I met them. So I was like, "You don't know anyone. Let's go meet Pinku together."
okay.
So
Yeah. Hi.
Okay. Sorry. This is a lot to take in. There's just getting more and more people, which is a little concerning. But hello, nice to
Uh-huh.
meet you. My name's
Yep.
Pinku. And
My name's Rexman.
nice to meet you, Rexman.
Yes, nice to meet you too.
Helson, do they know why you're here?
I did kind of tell them. So, okay, okay, so
Well,
I think we can trust Rexman.
I'm going to put my trust in you, Helson. But if any of the people that we recruit are half-assed in any way, it's not going to be good for us. So
If anything happens, I
nothing
think
against you, Rexman. It's just what we're trying to do is probably a little bit more than you think you're signing up for.
well, I don't know exactly what I'm signing up for. Like, Helson just asked me like on my opinion on government, and I didn't really have one. But Helson said like her government was bad, so I guess that's like true because I don't have any experience, but they do, so makes sense. But
Yeah.
I don't really know what's going on here.
Well, I can at least catch you up to speed about the other people on the server so far.
Yeah, I don't really know anything.
So basically, I don't know how far you've been out. Wait, actually, it'd probably be better if you got a visual example. Let's go
okay.
to. Okay, so I was like one of the first people to be in this new world, right?
Okay.
I am from a completely different world. That only had felines and oh my gosh,
Elytrons.
elytrans. Thank you. Sorry, I'm forgetting a lot of things. I didn't really have too great of a night of sleep tonight.
Oh, okay.
And some of that's due to the world that I used to be in. So, since we got here, more and more people started showing up. I've been here to see them all pretty much come in, but none has gone out, as you can tell, because if I was able to go back to my world, even though it sucks, I would, because I left behind a lot of amazing people, and they're all suffering because the world that I was in had a really awful class system and government, so much so that a lot of people would die very, very easily. In this new world, this was made. This big hole that appeared pretty much overnight. It was a little concerning, because this structure looks very similar to the ones of my past, where the more rich and wealthy people stayed in places like these. And most of those people that were rich were a part of the government class. So, of course, I started gaining my suspicions, and it seems that I wasn't the only one. So,
yeah, I mean, Willow did call it a government when I talked to them, but okay, so I'm friends with Willow, so I don't want to like suspect anything. And I asked them like, "Oh, what do you mean government?" And they just said like, a community. So as long as it's like just that, then it's good. But if it turns to be something more, then we might need to.
Nelson, if there's one thing I know more about politicians, they like to lie.
Yeah, but I mean, I trust Willow. I wouldn't.
I once did too. But now I can't anymore. We're planning to make a little rebel group. We don't know if it's fully gonna happen, but so far all signs point to yes. That this government is going to form and it's going to happen, and we just want to be prepared to take it down at any cost necessary.
I see. That makes sense. Like, hearing how bad it apparently is, it probably would be bad to have one here. Where at the moment it seems very peaceful here. Like, there's nothing terrible going on.
Yeah, that's why we want to protect.
But this could become terrible, I guess.
Do you think you're still up for it?
I
Even
mean,
if
I
the
would.
cost is your life?
Well, hopefully we don't need to fight.
Hopefully we don't, but
yeah,
it is
that
still a
would be a lot.
possibility.
I mean, I can definitely be on your side, because you obviously have experience. You know this stuff better than I do, so I'll trust you on it. I'll trust you on. I won't trust them. That's what I'm saying. I won't trust the government.
Okay.
Putting my life on the line feels a bit much.
We will do everything so that there is no physical fights that may lead to someone's, well, death.
Since we've been hearing more about this government, we also, I think Rat has had a conversation with Willow that got a little heated. Let's just say Rat probably despises Willow.
Oh.
There is a little secret base of operations that...
I'm on fire. I'm on fire. Okay.
Yeah, there was one right there. It's okay. There's a little secret base of operations that we can go into. It was Ox, Rat, and I, and we spent a long time just fixing this all out. I know it doesn't look like a lot right now, but it's gonna be really cool later on. Because the first thing is, we have this, which is very helpful. Because I read somewhere that phantoms are... Who's either read or told. I don't exactly remember. But obsidian is one of the few blocks that keeps phantoms from reaching certain areas. They are unable to walk through it.
That's
Willow
actually...
is a phantom, right?
Yes, Willow and Kit are both phantoms.
Wait, so this is under the gay IHOP?
It's because the gay IHOP seems to be a popular meeting spot. That's where me and Helson had our first initial meeting, and it seems like a lot of people like to meet there. Not to mention, I hear that the manager is Willow themselves, so...
Yeah, they are. I do work here, so if that changes anything, I mean, if that's not in a negative way changes, but that, I guess, could be helpful. I am a worker of the... Well, not quite a worker, because I don't really get paid or really do any work. But on paper, I am a worker of gay IHOP.
I think you gave me an idea, but I probably need to talk it over with Rats at least. But if you thought that was all, it's not. But we have another hidey hole. This one shows you most of Big Hole and connects to Rats' shop.
Okay.
But yeah, Rats is also currently working on some little arts and crafts cobblestone-like masks. So we can wear them while looking out.
Oh, that's so cool!
That's cute. Wait, so on our side, there's Rats, Oxen, and us three, right?
Yep, that's so far our entire roster.
Okay.
The thing is, it probably can bring good. Like, I've read about it, I've read a book that talked about why government exists in the first place. And it was a bunch about if there is no government that to rule over the people will just start fighting each other.
Well,
But like, there's nothing to prove that. Because in my world there was no government, but we were still chill. Like everyone just lived their life and traded with each other without no one like looking over it.
the thing is that
But there is also that other opinion, so maybe that's where they're coming from.
I think the only thing that always goes wrong with the government is that people go power crazy.
Yeah, whoever is in charge.
That's
then
exactly
gets
correct.
Too much power.
Power and influence corrupts. As soon as somebody gets that taste of power, it's like adrenaline, and they just want to continue searching for that feeling. So they'll do anything in their power to gain it again.
And to gain their power, they need to take away from the people who don't have it. So it ends up like my or Pinkus, from what I heard, world.
Why are they making a government?
I don't actually know.
Well,
that's why we're gonna try and keep tabs.
So
Yep,
I don't know if that's related, but before going to the party, Willow sent me a letter that they can't go with like all the information where the solstice is a party where that we all met on, by the way. You weren't there.
Oh, okay.
That they can't go because they're protecting something very important to them, and I don't know what that was, but maybe that could be in some way related to what's going on right now. I don't know.
I see. I understand now.
Oh.
I am under an honor code. I cannot disclose what this is, but I do know exactly now why they started this government. If you guys think this is our main base of operations, you'd be completely wrong.
Oh?
The fact that we also made this base was because it's a little too predictable. So the fact that we started this base and that it's kind of easier to find, it's literally hidden, but also hidden in plain sight. This is a secret base, yes, but it's also a cover for a bigger, more secret base.
So,
what do you think about Pinku?
They seem pretty cool, yeah. Pretty trustworthy. Definitely strong.
Yeah, I'm glad you joined us. I wouldn't want to fight against you.
Yeah, that would also be bad.
Yeah.
Finding friends on the opposite side of conflict.
Yeah.
No, better to avoid that.
I mean, I hope that there is no conflict still. I am friends with Willow,
yeah,
so...
that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope that we can, just sort it out peacefully and not make a big deal out of it, but if anything comes to, I'll do what I have to protect this world from the corruption that my old world went through.
Here's where my path starts.
Yep. If you need any supplies or anything, just message me. You have the communicator now. I can always bring something to you.
I have a little spruce. I gathered a little spruce to make it, so I should be good, but thank you for the offer.
Okay. Well.
Yeah. See you soon then.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye-bye.
I'm glad that Rexman joined us. I was very worried it will not go that way, and that wouldn't be good. But again, hopefully there will be no war, no conflicts, no governments, and we can just peacefully live. Trading center is fine. It's as long as Willow keeps it like they said, just a nice little community. No rulers and power and stuff like that. We should be good, right? I mean, There's not much to worry about. I trust Willow. I trust Willow. It should be all good.